What type of farming do you think is suitable for an overpopulated country like India? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe the importance of agriculture in India, distinguish various types of farming practiced in our country, state the features of various types of farming in India, describe the cropping seasons of India and the crops grown in each season. Can you identify the raw materials used to produce these goods? The shirt is made up of cotton. The dress is made of jute. The oil is produced from sunflower and the sugar is produced from sugarcane. What similarity do you see in these products? Raw materials used for all these goods are agricultural products. Thus, agriculture not only provides food but also provides raw materials for manufacturing industries like textiles, sugar, vegetable oil, jute, tea, etc. Agriculture plays an important role in Indian economy and will continue to support in eradication of poverty and hunger even in this globalized era. About 2/3 of the Indian population is engaged in agricultural activities. Agriculture contributes 16.10% to total gross domestic product of the nation. Many agricultural products are exported to other nations such as tea, coffee, spices, etc. Agriculture is not only an important occupation but also a way of life, culture of the people of India. Most of the Indian customs and festivals are observed in consonance with agriculture. Various farming systems practiced in India such as primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming that includes plantation. Let us look at Yamfi's life, who stays in a small hilly village in Meghalaya. Yamfi enjoys working with his family in cleaning, slashing and burning a patch of land for cultivation. They practice agriculture in a small patch of land using primitive tools like hoe, dough, digging stick, etc. They usually depend upon monsoon for water. Their family produces cereals and other food crops for their own sustenance. When the soil fertility decreases, they search for a fresh patch of land for cultivation. They leave the previous land to regain its fertility naturally because they do not use fertilizer or any other modern inputs. Do you know what type of agriculture they are engaged with? This is a type of primitive subsistence farming which is known by different names in different parts of our country. It is also known as shifting cultivation because farmers move from one place to another. Shifting cultivation is known with various names in different parts of the country, such as Jhuming in Assam, Mizoram, Meghalaya and Nagaland, Pamlo in Manipur, Dipa in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar, Bewar or Dahiya in Madhya Pradesh, Podu or Penda in Andhra Pradesh, Pama Dabi, Koman or Bringa in Orissa, Kumari in Western Ghats, Walre or Waltre in southeastern Rajasthan, Khil in Himalayan belt, Kurwa in Jharkhand. It is known with different names even in different countries of the world, such as Milpa in Mexico and Central America, Conuco in Venezuela, Roca in Brazil, Masole in Central Africa, Ladang in Indonesia, Ray in Vietnam. Can you guess what type of farming is required for a region with very high population? The type of farming should be labor intensive so that more people can be employed. Secondly, the type of agriculture should be able to feed large population. Hence, it should be intensive. Thus, in areas of high population, pressure on land, intensive subsistence farming is practiced. It is labor-intensive farming where high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigation are used for obtaining higher production. Can you identify a region of India where such farming is practiced? This type of cultivation exists in the rice-growing Gangetic Basin in India, where there is a huge population pressure on land. Let us know the reason for enormous pressure on agricultural land in this type of farming. What do you observe? Right to inheritance leads to diversion of land in successive generations, which results in uneconomic land holding size. The farmers try to receive maximum output from the limited land in the absence of alternative source of livelihood. As the human population grew in some major river valleys, intensive farming methods became necessary to level the carrying capacity of the environment. Regions having large land for cultivation usually practice commercial farming. Commercial farming is farming for a profit, where food is produced by advanced technological means for sale in the market. The main characteristic of commercial farming is the use of high doses of modern inputs such as high-yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticide, pesticides, etc. in order to obtain higher productivity. The degree of commercialization differs from one region to another. The same crop may be a commercial crop in one region but subsistence in another region. Can you state an example of such a crop? Rice is a commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, but it is a subsistence crop in various parts of Assam. What crops do you think are produced through commercial farming? Some of the important commercial crops in India are cotton, jute, and oilseed. Other food crops like wheat, rice, maize, ragi, jowar, bajra, etc. have become highly commercialized in some parts of India. Vegetable and fruit cultivation in different parts of India are also cultivated commercially. What similarity do you see in the farming practices here? All these crops are grown in plantation. Plantation is a type of farming where a single crop is grown on a large area using mechanized method. Plantation is also a commercial farming. Plantation has an interface of agriculture and industry. Why do you think it is so? Plantation covers a large tracts of land, uses capital-intensive inputs and migrant laborers. Produced crops are used as raw material in industries. Some of the important plantation crops in India are tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana, etc. Since the production is mainly for market, a well-developed network of transport and communication connecting the plantation areas is required. Processing industries and market also plays an important role in the development of plantation. Can you name some more plantation crops grown in India? Coconut, bamboo, arecanut, oil palm, cashew, cocoa, etc. Some other plantation crops grown in India. Physical diversity and cultural plurality in India are reflected in the agricultural practice and cropping pattern of India. There are three major cropping seasons in India: Rabi, Kharif, and Zair. Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. Can you name some of the crops grown during this period? Some of the important Rabi crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram, and mustard. Wheat and other Rabi crops are grown largely in Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh, etc. Recall the climate lesson you learned in your previous class. Why do you think Rabi crops are grown well in this region? Availability of precipitation during winter months due to western temperate cyclone helps to grow crops in these regions. Influence of green revolution is another factor for the success of these crops. Kharif crops are sown with the onset of monsoon and harvested in September-October. Can you name some of the crops grown in Kharif season? Some of the important crops grown in the season are paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, tur, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut and soya bean. Important rice growing regions are West Bengal, Assam, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, coastal regions of Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Maharashtra. Even states like Punjab and Haryana started growing rice recently. In some states like Assam, West Bengal and Orissa, 3 crops of paddy are sown in a year: Os, Aman and Boro. In between Rabi and Kharif season, there is a short duration in the beginning of summer months. This is known as Zair season. Some of the crops produced in this season are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, other vegetables and fodder crops. Some crops like sugarcane take almost a year to grow. Have a look at the table to view the cropping pattern of our country at a glance.